welcome to another episode of Piecing It Together, the podcast where we take a look at a new movie and try to figure out what movies might have inspired it. But today on the show, it's one of our monthly trailer roundups. Jason Harris from Awesome Movie Year will be joining me, and instead of just looking at one movie and what movies might have inspired it, we'll be looking at an entire month of movies and guessing some puzzle pieces just based off of trailers. We got about a dozen trailers to get through today, so we're going to get to that here in a second. Before we get to it, I do want to remind you, as always, to make sure you are subscribed to Piecing It Together wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on social media at Piecing Pod, and don't forget to join our Facebook group, Popcorn and Puzzle Pieces, where we continue the conversation about all the movies we talk about here on the show. And with that said, let's get into this fun conversation about May 2026 trailers. Jason Harris, it's time for another month
your voice,
of
buddy. It's 9:30 on a Friday night. Dave's sleeping at his computer. It's going to be a heavy lift for a daddy over here.
Let's be clear. When this episode goes up, I will be in the middle of a vacation to the United Kingdom, and my head's not in it right now. But we got to get this recorded, so this episode will come out while I'm gone.
The people demand it, Dave.
Yeah.
Now, have you been working on any accents for your trip over there?
Jolly good. No.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, all right.
What's all this then?
Yeah. What's all this then? Yeah, that works. That works. Let's talk about some trailers, Jason. First, let's look back at last month and see what we watched, see if we liked any of this stuff. Starting with the drama, which actually, this is not the last podcast recording I'm doing before my trip. Tomorrow, at the time of this recording, I'm recording an episode on the drama. I like the drama. Jason, did you see the drama?
I was trying to, I told you, whenever I go to a film festival, I usually sneak out for an afternoon to see whatever's there. And I really wanted to see the drama, but I didn't. So that's the bad news. The good news is at the festival, Eric Roberts was behind me in line, and we were both acting in movies in the same block. So I got to say hi to Eric Roberts. That's pretty good.
Hell,
right?
Yeah, that is some pretty good news.
I gotta say, Eric Roberts in this short, it was like 80s Eric Roberts. He was eating pro.
Oh, I would watch that for sure.
So you like the drama though?
It's great. It's really good.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I know, depending on how you feel about the reveal, which I don't know, I still have avoided it, but that seems to be the big issue.
Yeah, that's part of the issue that people have, but also people are just babies. Anyway.
Are you telling them to save the drama for their mama?
Damn right I am. Speaking of things that people love or hate, Super Mario Galaxy movie made a shitload of money this month.
Yeah, I kind of like the first one just fine, but like this one's just in 90 minutes of memes, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And it's fine. It's not as good as the first one, but it's just more Nintendo stuff.
I'm sure
lots
I'll watch
and lots
it
of Easter eggs
with the kiddo when it comes out on Peacock. I think has the deal with whoever Illumination or whoever's making it. I don't know.
I think so. And I do have an episode recorded on it.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, we're all so excited for that episode.
You got to know what puzzle pieces. You got to know what inspired the Super Mario Galaxy
I hope you
movie.
pick Z by Costa Gabra.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. A Great Awakening was up next. I think that was
you know exactly what it was. Ben Franklin and the
Ben
Priest.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that looked great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
You said it was doing well, right? It tracked well or something?
I think so, yeah, but I don't know once it came out if it did well. But I don't know. Who knows? Fantasy Life.
I gotta tell you,
was up next.
As you know, I know you're having trouble finishing sentences. I'll carry this one. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah. So listeners might know, Dave, we have a spin-off podcast from Awesome Movie Year called Field of Burns, which goes over Ed Burns' entire cinematic history. And my co-host, Josh Bell, who's not a part of Field of Burns, I pitched him a spin-off podcast for Piecing It Together called Where No Angels, where you guys do the entire catalog of Angel Studios.
I will definitely quit podcasting before that starts. So, what was Fantasy Life? I don't remember what this was.
Is this the real life or is this just fantasy?
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember this movie on the list.
It's on the list. Yeah, no, that's the good one. That's the one that's supposed to be good. It's with Amanda Peet and that dude, and like he becomes a babysitter. And it was supposed to be good. It's just a bummer that
Okay.
there's so much going in and out that neither of us remembered what it was. So
Yeah, I know. I don't even know if that came out, honestly,
yeah,
but I didn't see any reviews or anything like that. I wonder. But I did see reviews for Faces of Death, which on the episode I said looked just so terrible. And then it came out and everybody apparently loves it.
I know. One thing we didn't mention in the episode is it's the director of How to Blow Up a Pipeline, which was on my top 10 the
Oh,
year it
yeah.
came out.
Sure.
So I agreed with you. I didn't think the trailer looked good, but everyone's into it. I like that filmmaker a lot, so I'm going to watch it
Right
at my
on.
house when it
Yeah,
comes
sure.
out. So,
For free.
yep.
Yes, absolutely. You, Me, and Tuscany was up next, which I did not see, and I don't know. Probably won't get
What
around
about
to
You,
that
Me, and
one.
Dupree? Remember that one? Was that Matt
Yeah,
Dillon, Owen Wilson, and Kate Hudson? Maybe I don't remember. So,
I think that was pretty funny.
uh,
I don't know.
the
Mother
Tuscany
Mary.
one did not do
No,
well.
didn't do
Yeah.
well. Didn't get good
It looked
reviews. None of the
terrible. It's
above.
like you still have to have a
Yeah,
script. You have to try. Mother Mary, I
yeah.
still don't know what kind of movie it is, whether it's three kind of movies or what. But I'm interested. It just came out here. So
Yeah, I'm psyched to see it. If I can squeeze in one more movie before I leave, that's gonna
you
be
an
it.
Anne
But
Hathaway guy?
I don't think so. Absolutely, I
Yeah,
love
what's
her.
not to like?
She's great. Roommates was up next, and this is the second one this month that I don't remember. What was Roommates?
I remember mentioning the 1995 version of it with DB Sweeney and Peter Falk,
Yes,
but
yes,
so it
yes.
must be a mismatched Roommates movie. But Roommates 2026. Let's see. Even looking at it,
Oh, this was all of the Happy Madison kids.
glad I didn't see it. This is right. Nepotism, the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. There we go. Okay, probably awful. Fuse is up next, though, which I think we forgot to mention during that episode, or maybe we did. I don't know. UNLV professor, right?
David
McKenzie.
McKenzie just joined the
Yeah,
faculty at UNLV. I'm
yeah.
going to pitch another podcast, like a news podcast about interviewing him. But if that goes, I would love to, get him on with you too. So I'm not.
What's your clever Mackenzie pun title for the podcast?
Oh, say, can you McKenzie?
Okay. Green light that
Yeah.
immediately, UNLV. Yeah,
So I mean,
absolutely.
it looks fun, right? Is this just came on Netflix today, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, that
yeah.
might be something to watch this weekend. So.
It looks pretty good. Also on Netflix today is Apex with Charlize Theron, which I heard is really fun. So I'd watch that.
Yeah, man, that's that. That Netflix, they do what they do with those action movies, and if we're lucky, we get an Extraction or a Triple Frontier, and if we're unlucky, we get The Mother or Mother,
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
that one was called. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then the two live shows I did, The Mummy and Michael, which both I liked, didn't love either of them, but
You're a
The
Fugazi, bro.
Mummy, yeah. The Mummy, not doing too well. Michael going
Huge
to
hit.
make,
Yeah.
yeah, all kinds
I
of
mean,
money.
for
So
you saying that you liked it, but not too much, you gave it 3.5 on your Fugazi letterbox. So
well, to be fair, I do usually bump a half star for all my live shows just because I'm having such a good time. So
I
yeah.
guess that's all right. So
Yeah. So yeah. All right, let's move on to this month and see what we got. Starting with Animal Farm in theaters May 1st, which I just don't even know what the hell this
bro,
is.
do you know the background of this thing?
Well, I mean, I know what the story is, but why they would make it into this ridiculous Illumination style movie
So
is
that Angel Studios, right? So you have
yeah.
automatic assumptions. So this was Andy Serkis's dream project as a director. And he
Hmm.
made the movie and he couldn't find a distributor. And then Angel Studios picked it up to distribute. So the whole thing is just as insane as what we're looking at on the screen anyway, I think. So
It's so weird. He's got all these big stars in it, and it just seems so misguided and strange. And I don't know. I don't know what to expect here.
I can't wait for you to see it in jolly old England. So
Yeah,
on
hell
your
yeah.
trip.
Let's go.
I mean, animals taking over Planet of the Apes, politics in a small kind of society where we think it's going to be utopian. Of course, it's not. Lord of the Flies, and then I don't know, a retelling of a story with a religious overtone. Was there that movie, The Star, with Tracy Morgan or something? That wasn't that like a religious animated movie from years ago?
I don't even remember that. I don't know, but I'm sure there's been plenty of things like that.
Yeah, 2017. Look at that, man.
Oh,
Nailed it,
sound
dude.
sounds great. Sounds
Animated
great.
biblical film, Dave. I'm on it.
All right, very good. I put Chicken Run. Animals going, all crazy on the farm. And then I put, basically every Disney movie like Snow White that's inspired by darker stories, and made into like this like animated family thing.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
yeah,
So I mean, I
so
remember on Awesome Movie you were talking crap about the
mm.
studio that makes Chicken Run, and I had to eviscerate you, buddy. I had to take
Oh,
it
I
to
didn't
you.
say that they're bad. I just said
Aardman,
that,
you were
yeah.
crapping all over Aardman, and I was not having it.
I was not crapping on Aardman. Aardman is very talented people.
They're going to be
Yeah,
thankful to hear that. I know they
yeah.
were troubled by your first statement on them and art.
The Devil Wears Prada 2. That's our next movie. Also in theaters May 1st. Meryl Streep is back. Anne Hathaway is back. Emily Blunt. Were you a big fan of the first one?
No,
Mm.
but I would like to rewatch it. I know how important it is, and I know. And you left out Stanley Tucci of that core four right there.
Yes.
But
Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, I got to tell you a quick story. Last night, actually, at the Michael live show, when they showed the trailer for this, there was a real, like a quiet moment, like towards the end of the trailer with Stanley Tucci on screen, and my mom just out loud goes, "He's so cool."
that's good. Does your mom
Yeah.
watch? Does she follow any Instagram accounts where people are doing like Stanley Tucci searching for Italy, but they go to like Skyline Chili or Arby's or anything like that?
I don't think
Uh,
so.
um,
Uh,
I don't know, man. This looks like kind of geography porn, Sex in the City stuff, right? Like this didn't seem to have much of a story or like anything in the trailer besides like hot outfits and cool locations, right? And
sure.
I want to rewatch the first, and I want to like it, and I want to like this one. But the trailer, like I said, just looked like one of those really bad Sex in the City movies where they were just money grabbing, And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we got it. You're in Egypt this time, and you're still walking a runway somehow. So I don't know. That was one of them. Legacy sequel of this type of generation. I put Disenchanted, from
Oh,
Enchanted.
yeah, it's a good one.
And it seems to be that Meryl Streep's character goes to jail and comes back. So that's Martha. She seems to be based on Martha Stewart in this one.
All right. All right. I put Freakier Friday. Speaking
Yeah.
of legacy sequels, for this kind of generation, and then also I know this is like so off base, but I put Bumblebee, the Transformers movie, only because like I was trying to think of something where like a smaller character in the original story becomes the main character this time around. So I don't know. I was trying to find something for that, and that's
You
where
were
I went
right.
with it.
That
So
is really off
yeah,
base.
yeah. So I'll stick with it.
Evan Almighty.
Hey, that's a better version of what I just said. So, all right. Very good. Deep Water up next. Rennie Harlan returns with a schlock B movie crash landing in shark infested waters thriller. Isn't that what we want?
This is important to talk about because this is what I'm noticing, right? You can't, even in rom coms, you can't just have action movie or romantic comedy. You have to have another layer on it, right? So it can't
Sure.
be
Yeah.
plane goes down, plane in sea. How do people survive? It's now shark comes. And then hopefully one of them has a romance with the shark or whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't mean that a shark couldn't come in like a movie like that because it actually happened 2 years ago in No Way Up, the exact same plot that
Yeah.
we covered on this show.
We sure did.
So, Castaway, Jaws, and being in a place where you're not supposed to be and creatures getting you. An excellent film, The Descent.
The Descent, yeah, very, very good movie. But yeah, No Way Up though, like you said, exact same thing. I don't know. I would love for this movie to be crazy and over the top, but it just looks so chintzy. I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be. But I threw Deep Blue Sea in there because, of course, it's kind of a callback. It's almost like a legacy sequel to his own thing,
Man, you
in a
called Ben
way.
Kingsley chintzy, bro.
I mean, he has done some chintzy, shitty movies before,
Now,
so
Aaron
that's
Eckhart's in it.
you
Is he
know.
shisty?
He sure is, absolutely. I also put Plane, the Gerard Butler movie, where it starts off as
Yeah,
a plane crash movie and then becomes a survival movie. You know, just
exactly.
two.
Any of these
Yeah.
with a
So
plane and then something else works there. Good job, buddy.
there you go.
You're back on track after that debacle of the last movie,
Thank you, Jason. I'm trying
Bumblebee.
to stay awake here. Hokum is up next in theaters May 1st. This is Damian McCarthy's follow-up to Oddity, which was like one of the like big breakout horror hits a couple of years ago. It's a Irish folklore inspired thriller. Adam Scott's in it. It looks
Did you
creepy.
see Oddity?
I did. It is scary. It's like legit scary, but I didn't
I saw
love
it.
the
I mean, it all
movie.
takes place in one kind of tucked away house, and he does a good, he uses the space well, is what I remember from that
I
movie.
remember there's like that opening sequence before like the credits. That as a standalone short film is fantastic, and then the rest of the movie happens. It's like, all right, this is
But
okay.
what I like
Yeah,
about this, I mean, I hope it's good. But what I like about this is he made a small contained horror movie, and now he's doing a bigger contained horror movie, but he's not doing a $300 million Freddy versus Jason, right? Like,
sure.
so this looks like a good next step for him. Also seems like one location. They check into the hotel where Adam Scott's parents had their honeymoon. And I mean, it's The Shining right away, right? And then you
Okay.
got wacky characters in the hotel. I put 4 rooms for that. He flips on the TV, someone's talking to him, that's the ring, and then he finds a secret space at barbarian style. So, I mean, that just seems like a lot of things we've seen before, but that doesn't mean it's going to be bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I put Cuckoo for the checking into a hotel and creepy stuff is happening there. It kind of has like that Cuckoo vibe as well. And then I put Midsommar because we're dealing with some like weird foreign customs and traditions
Oh
and all
my
that
God, you're
stuff.
so racist.
Yes, I am against the Irish. So
How dare you? You're good.
yeah,
Make sure you tell them that when you're over there. So,
yeah. I'm hoping we could actually watch this movie while I'm there. That's this would be our trip to the theater if that happens. But
oh,
anyway, yeah.
ugh,
Or we could,
you should do it.
or or we could go see the Sheep Detectives. How's
Bro, I'm
that?
all in on the Sheep Detectives. Let's get
It
it.
looks good,
Yeah, of
right? This
course.
this looks like an actually good family movie, which we don't get very often. Hugh Jackman is this guy with all these sheep, and he like reads to them, and he doesn't realize that they all can actually kind of talk. And then there's like a whole murder mystery involved, and the animals try to solve it. It looks like a ridiculous but fun kind of
Hey,
movie.
Dave, what's the difference between Mick Jagger and a Scotsman?
What?
Mick Jagger says, "Hey, you, get off of my cloud." And a Scotsman says, "Hey, McLeod, get off of my you."
Good
They're
lord.
sheep fuckers over there.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Woo! Got him. Take that with you
Uh,
on your trip. This
I'm not editing any of this. I'm just gonna leave it
You
all
should
in.
leave it on
So
there. There's reason for it. I
yeah.
mean, first one I picked, again, going to our boys Ardman. Glad you finally jumped on that wagon. Shaun of the Sheep, right? He's got to help the farmer out and do all the stuff that the farmer can't do. There's definitely an element of Babe where the animals are talking
Yeah.
to each other, but and they love their farmer, but they don't know. And then I put small town inept murder detectives. That's Hot Fuzz. And lastly, odd, in this case, animals. I would have said odd people detective thing, the Thursday Murder Club from last year.
All right. I also had Babe. I also put Paddington, just kind of like that same kind of a vibe there. And then just all of the recent whodunits, which are obviously super popular. Knives Out, you could pick, but there's been plenty of them over the last couple of years. But yeah, I think this movie looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Knives Out's a
So
good piece because they make a very clear point in the trailer to be like, everyone's a suspect, right?
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, next up is Mortal Kombat 2, which will be in theaters May 8th. And this is, of course, the sequel to the surprise hit video game movie, which I thought when it came out that I was the only person who liked it.
You
But
loved it.
apparently I loved it. And apparently it made a shitload of money. And I did not know that. I thought that everybody hated it.
I
But
don't even remember
I
it
don't
in the
know.
theater. I thought it was like in
It came out
COVID.
during COVID.
Right.
Yeah, it came out during COVID, but somehow it made a shitload of money anyway.
VOD and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I didn't like it that much. Is this your most anticipated movie of 2026?
It was at one point. I have some that are above it at this point. But yeah, I can't wait for this. I really hope that they nail it. I'm not sold on Carl Urban. He's fine and all, but like I'm not sold on him as Johnny Cage, but everything else about it I think looks
What
like
about
it's
if
gonna
it
be
was
great.
Keith Urban?
That could be all right.
All right, you go off to a far off distant place to compete in a blood sport. I'll put blood sport.
Uh-huh,
Um,
sure.
it seemed like Shang-Chi in regard to like we're fighting people from this land, but also from another dimensional
Mhm.
space or whatever. Then we all have to work together, big action people all working together, the Expendables. And I think Johnny Cage says it's showtime, so I put the mask.
I can't believe you didn't include
I left it
Gymkhana
for
on your
you. It
list.
was there.
Thank you. All
I
right.
specifically didn't say it when I said Bloodsport because I wanted to give you the layup. But of course,
Thank you.
yeah, we
Yeah.
love Jim Cotta.
Okay. We sure do. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this movie, but I do want to say, like, in a couple of months, we're going to be talking about Street Fighter on this show, and that movie looks insane, and I'm so excited for that too. So
Anyone who's not listening to Awesome Movie Year, which is probably none of you, but our Jim Cotta episode is probably out at the time that this episode is released, and I think you should definitely one watch Jim Cotta and two listen to our episode because David never
yeah,
seen Jim Cotta, and we opened up a whole new world for him.
absolutely, it was wonderful. Next up is In the Gray in theaters May 15th. This is the new Guy Ritchie movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, and Isaac Gonzalez. He's been making like one or two movies a year for the last few years, and they all look pretty
The
much the
same,
same.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and this is more of the same, but it looks, it looks good though.
Uh,
Was it like the cops are using criminals to recover stolen money? Is that what's
I
happening?
mean, it's going to be great, Dave, because it was originally the first trailer dropped in January of 2025.
That's what happens to all of his movies. They always get delayed like a year or something.
Wow. Well, I wonder what the issue is with all of them.
It's ridiculous.
It's like the anti Soderbergh, right? Soderbergh's still like,
Yeah.
I'll just make another one room movie and it'll be good. And Guy Ritchie's like, I'll just make the most giant epic action movie ever. And who cares if there's a script or not, right? So,
Oh,
yeah, because
God.
that's exactly what happened when we did Rouge de Guerre. I remember that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's delayed a year and a half, dude. That can't be a good thing. I know of
Can't be
one
good.
movie where that actually worked out. World War
Yeah.
Z is the only one. Den of Thieves 2 because they have to steal something back, right?
Sure.
Sexy Beast because they're on some cool not tropical but exotic setting, I would say. And Unbearable Weight of Talent because they have to go to some rich guy's compound and infiltrate it without the rich guy knowing.
All right, I like it. I like it. Well, like I said, I think yeah, it's like the criminals being used to help the cops. I went with Fast Five, which I think is the one where they have to get The Rock out of jail and use him to help them save the day or whatever the hell they're doing.
Someone should put The
Which
Rock in movie jail.
yeah, that's true. And I saw a lot of people comparing this one almost like a spiritual successor to The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I still have not seen. Have you seen that one? I know it's becoming more of a cult classic of Guy Ritchie's
That's
movies.
wild because I wasn't that hated at the time that it
It
came out.
was
Wow,
absolutely. It's been totally
I
reappraised, and
definitely
like,
wouldn't have thought that would be the movie that would be. I hope they do the same with Swept Away.
oh, I haven't seen that
Me
either.
neither.
Yeah,
That's
I don't think I'll
interesting.
watch that one.
That'd be
But
another
I
good podcast idea, reappraising, of films. But you can't just pick something that still sucks. You have to be like, it's catching the fire here.
yeah, you got to stay on the pulse of
You're
what
on it.
people have. I sometimes
Yeah,
can be on that.
you
As
are.
long as I'm,
You're a
as long
film.
as I get some
You're a
sleep.
film Twitter
Which,
bitch, so you know.
yeah, that's true. Speaking of which, this next one is super buzzed about right now. It's called Obsession, and it'll be in theaters May 15th. The director, I think, just got a big movie. Is it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Maybe.
I don't know. Are we
I
doing
don't
that
know.
again?
Yeah, we are. But yeah, he just got a big movie for his next movie. But anyway, this movie looks really
I
good.
like the premise of this one, right?
Yeah,
Guy gets a
yeah,
wish and one wish, and he wishes for a girl to love him more than any person ever. But he was also a little bitch. He could have asked her out at any time, like
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
And then, of course, because it's an obsession, she loves him more than anybody, and it will never stop until he dies. So, wishes with varying results, big and fatal attraction. I put fatal attraction.
I think Fatal Attraction fits very well here. I also included it. And then I also put the substance because there's like a phone number on the thing and he calls it and someone's like kind of disinterested and doesn't really want to help on the other line of the phone. So,
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, this movie looks great. I can't wait to see it. So, up next is God Is, which also looks great and also comes out May 15th. About these two sisters who find out that their mom, they thought she was dead, and their dad had like burned them all alive. But they find out that the dad is out there, and the mom wants them to go
Yeah.
fuck them up. Basically, it looks
Dave,
great.
we don't know this director, but you did a little research, right?
Yeah, no, no. It looks like she's a playwright, and I'm pretty sure this is her first feature. So, and it looks like it's got like a real cool like style to it and
Hey,
everything.
the last playwright to do that. I mean, the last few, I think we've all been fans of. So you can fill them in.
Yeah,
Is God is. All right. So a fractured relationship with a parent who caused another parent, in this case, injury, but in the other case, death. He Got Game, the great Spike Lee film.
mm,
These two sisters on a vendetta mission is kind of brought me some Sinners vibes of what it ended up being, right? And
sure, yeah,
I put revenge for the ladies. That's Kill Bill right there. That's also got a
yeah.
like the other thing I was going to say. I put No Country, even though it doesn't seem as dark as No Country for Old Men, but it does seem like it's got a wide variety of wacky supporting characters, like a Cohen's mystery would.
Sure. No, I could see that for sure. And yeah, Kill Bill is the first thing I thought of here with the revenge story. And it definitely has that like grindhouse vibe too. Like this could have been a story in like the grindhouse overall thing that Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez did. And then I also put Queen and Slim, that Daniel Kaluuya, Jodie Turner Smith film. It's got that like kind of two people on the run and everybody's out to get them
Where's
kind of
Daniel
thing.
Kaluuya? Wasn't he supposed to be like a big star?
I think he was making a Barney movie, and
All
then I
right,
don't know what
all
happened.
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know where it went from
we
there,
wish you
but
well, Daniel.
absolutely. Next up is Passenger, which will be in theaters May 22nd. It starts with the titles. Last year, over 130 million people took road trips. 15,400 of them were never seen again. And I don't know what the hell that's
I
supposed to
think
mean.
there's the illusion is that they went missing, but of course, the research would lead you to believe that they died in car accidents, right?
I guess
I
so,
mean,
but
there weren't like 15,000 people who took road trips and then ended up missing. I don't think. I think they're saying, "Yeah, we're going under." Like my friend who died last year. Very sad, but at least we could reference that he died on his vacation, and it inspired us to put that into this conversation about the movie.
yeah, at least he did not pick up a hitchhiking
Yeah.
demon.
So, Josh, you
Yeah.
did not die in vain. It's another Josh, guys, but got a little dark there. But hey, we're talking about this
Oh
movie,
boy.
Passenger. You break down on the side of the road and bad things happen. That's that movie Breakdown. You remember that one? Kurt Russell?
Yeah. Kurt
That was a
Russell.
good
Yep.
one.
Sure. Hmm.
JT Walsh. Let's see. Duels on the Road. Duel. Steven Spielberg, one of
Ah.
your tops from last year that we did on Awesome Movie Year. And then the other two, so he's driving and he passes like this crazy figure on the road. And I always remember that from the preview of Gothica, the Halle Berry movie, where like
Oh,
someone's just
okay.
driving and then in the dark the lights come up and she's like, rah, rah, like that. So, but
Okay.
I also, Dave mentioned on the show before, a great podcast about called Spooked, about people who have had like supernatural experiences. And this guy's driving on the road, and he passes the figure and he keeps driving and he's driving down the road and he passes the figure and he keeps, so it's almost like a road, like he's stuck on the same road, right? And there was a
Yeah.
whole episode of where that happened to two people on Spooked, which is they all say it's real experiences. Who am I to judge? So like that's a crazy experience to have.
Yeah. That's absolutely crazy. That almost I didn't have this one on my list, but that seems Blair Witchy, and in that like you kind of can't get out. It just keeps changing no
Right,
matter where you go.
but
So
I know what you're saying. That's being more like Lost in the Woods type thing. I'm saying this, they just repeat the like same quote unquote
The
exit
same,
marks or the same figure. Yeah.
yeah,
And they're just like in
I like
yeah.
it. That sounds creepy as hell. I put Final Destination on my list as well. Also, The Hills Have Eyes, and then like The Hitcher or like any classic hitchhiking based horror movie. Except this is demonic.
The thing
So
that worried me about this one is like, I thought the first half of the preview was like really interesting. And then the more they gave away, the less interesting it got, like by a
yeah,
lot, right?
yeah. Because when I first saw the teaser, it was just the first part, and I was like, "Oh wow, this looks great, whatever this is." And then for prepping for this episode, I watched the whole trailer, and I was like, oh, "Okay, it looks
Good
okay."
man
But
watching the whole trailer. Look at you.
absolutely. Next up is I Love Boosters, which I will say I'm going to mention live shows coming up in a minute, but I don't have any of my live shows confirmed yet. On the 21st, I'm either going to do The Mandalorian and Grogu or I Love Boosters. We got to see how it shakes out. But anyway, we'll still talk about I Love Boosters right now because most likely stupid Star Wars will win out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now you're on my side. I like it.
I Love Boosters looks like it's going to be fun, though. Boots Riley's first movie since Sorry to Bother You. He's done some TV in the meantime. But yeah, it's a story of robbers versus a fashion designer, and it looks like it's going to be wacky and fun.
Yeah, it's they rob the fashion houses, the high end boutiques, and then they sell the it's Robin Hood with fashion. They sell the clothing on
Yeah.
like for less of a price, right? So
Yeah.
on these streets, bro. So I mean, I did
Mm-hmm.
put Robin Hood. Will Poulter is definitely dressing like he's in Wicked in this thing, and the last movie I remember of like, hey, we're young, we're robbing people, isn't this cool? The Bling Ring.
The Bling Ring was the first one that came to mind for me too. So yeah, I had that on here. Also, it kind of has a little bit of a it has a little bit of a Harmony Korine vibe too, like Spring Breakers and the last couple of movies that he's made. So
I can see
a
that.
little
A
bit of that
very
going on.
DIY, like rebellious nature to it. But this cast is stacked, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it looks like it could be a lot of fun. It looks like it could be grading possibly, but still, it looks like it could be a lot of fun. So I'm hopeful for it. And then our last one for the month is Pressure, which will be in theaters May 29th. Brendan Fraser, Andrew Scott. It's a story about the hours leading up to D-Day. You're more of a history buff than I am,
Yeah.
so you tell me
Dude,
about this.
what do you know how we talk about when they get release dates wrong?
Yeah.
Right? Dude, this is Father's Day. This is the dad movie.
Yeah.
Why aren't you releasing this Father's Day weekend? Every like war loving dad's family would be like, we got the perfect movie to take you to today, right? So it is like a planning of D-Day, like you said. It felt like the big cast and like the kind of nature of discussing whether or not to keep this attack going. That reminded me of Dunkirk a little,
Okay.
The last major boat battle movie I remember with some type of army or navy, I guess, would be Master and Commander: Far Side of the World. So it's not really a huge genre there. And then I was trying to think because there's this whole thing of like it's a war movie, and then it's like, oh, but there's huge storms, so are these like tidal waves going to crash down on you? So I was trying to think of like a war movie where it was like outside forces. Do you ever see? I think it was a Scottish movie, Dog Soldiers.
I mean, that sounds Scottish, but no, I never
It's
saw
about like
it.
this unit of Scottish like special forces who gets like holed up in the woods, and of course a cabin in the woods, and they're being attacked by dog soldiers, dude. Soldiers who are dogs.
That sounds great.
It was a good one. I would recommend it. So
I'd watch.
You should watch it. It's probably 2008, 2009.
Nice. You put Dunkirk. I put Oppenheimer. Also, true story, these real events and like big stakes for what's going on here. And then I put Darkest Hour with was it Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. So same kind of a vibe going on in this trailer, I feel
Dog
like.
Soldiers is from 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Okay. Might have to check that one out for sure.
Do it.
So, like I said, on the 21st, I'm probably going to be doing either Mandalorian and Grogu or hopefully I Love Boosters. We'll see which one comes through with Maya. And then I don't have anything planned for sure yet at Galaxy, but I'd love to do Backrooms. That's the other movie of the month that I think looks pretty interesting. Did you look into
I
this one at
did.
all?
I watched the Mandalorian preview with
Ugh,
the money
good
grabalorian
God.
preview.
Oh,
It looks really bad, right? It's like,
terrible.
what was popular? Lord of the Rings was popular. Dragons were popular in the 80s. Let's just throw everything at Pedro Pascal is popular. Let's do that thing again, you know? So it
Oh,
does look bad.
God.
Backrooms is where does it start? They're in like, is it an office or what? Or like, what's the first location?
It, is it is it like a coffee place or something? The only reason I say this is because I think that they were like selling A24. You know how they are with their like marketing. I think they were selling coffee
Oh, I thought they would do like
for
a
the
pop up.
place.
So whatever. So
Yeah.
let's say it's a store or an
Uh,
office. You know, this dude he finds this like endless back room, right? And then it just keeps
yeah.
going and going and going, and it seems like it becomes a horror movie. But I don't. Is it a psychological thriller? I'm not sure, Dave.
It's very strange. It's also a 24-year-old made this movie, and I think a lot has been made out of that. It's
Right.
like the youngest person to be given this kind of a budget, and this seems like a very Gen Z concept
Uh,
of the kind of like stuff they're into.
Yo, this dude's 24 and he got Chiwetel Ejiofor as his star. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know if I'm ready to say it looks great, but it looks interesting for sure, and I
Uh,
definitely hope to be able to do a show on
well,
it.
yeah. I think it's a therapist's office where this starts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll work too. Anyway, that's our month of trailers. Jason, is there something you want to recommend that you watched recently?
Well, do you want a TV show or a movie, Dave?
You do whatever gets me to bed
I'm
quicker.
going to go with DTF St. Louis. Did we recommend that one yet on this show?
No, but you randomly mentioned it on an awesome movie or episode, I think, the other day.
Okay, well
So
that's a different
yeah,
podcast, so that's okay.
yeah. I,
And this complete season's now up on HBO, and it's Stephen Conrad who made the great show Patriot, and it's windy and it's weird, and he somehow pulls off an ending that I don't think a lot of people could have pulled off. And when the Emmys come around, don't be surprised if Bateman, Harbor, and Cardellini all win.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. Um, I was going to give a quick recommendation myself. Obviously, like I said, I liked Michael, the movie. But because of everybody making fun of it, did you see I don't know what show it's from, but the thing where John Mulaney interviewing Bubbles from a few years ago?
Was it from Mulaney's late night show on Netflix or
It,
something?
it might have been. I know it was a Netflix thing, so yeah, maybe
That
it
sounds like
was.
his thing.
It's so fucking funny. Go watch it after we're done
All
recording.
right, I like
It's
that
hilarious.
recommendation.
So, Jason, where can people find you and everything you're up to?
I'm at Jason Harris Comedy or J Harris Comedy on all the socials. Go for Jason on Letterboxd. And of course, Awesome Movie Year. We're around in the corner, probably done with 1985. And I'll just say it, we're going to 1946 next.
We're going pretty far back. Is it? No, we've gone a little
We've done
further back than
39
that.
and 41.
Yeah, but this is still going pretty far back. It should be really
And there's
interesting.
going to be on the David Rosen Patreon, which I never see any money from because Dave is a
Sure.
leech. We got a
Yeah.
special 85 episode on Better Off Dead. So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Jason, as always, great talking to you.
Dave, 15,000 people last year were never seen again after road trips. So are you driving overseas, Dave?
Yes, I will be on the wrong side of the road.
Well, it was nice knowing you. We'll dedicate the next episode to you.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that conversation about some of the movies coming out in May 2026. Thank you to Jason Harris for joining me on that one, and thank you to all of you for listening. If you're enjoying piecing it together, make sure you are subscribed. We've got a lot of podcasts on the way. Like I said during that conversation, if you're listening to this the day that it comes out, I am somewhere on the other side of the world going through the United Kingdom. Me and my wife Gina, we are somewhere in either England, Ireland, or Scotland at the moment. We will be gone for quite a long time, and I've got a few episodes on the way. A few episodes in the can already scheduled to release, but I also have a lot more ready to release after I get back. and we'll, of course, be recording some more when I get back. I already have my ticket to see Mortal Kombat 2 the Friday I get back, so I'll be recording an episode on that right after then, and then more live shows like I mentioned on the 21st and continuing on from then. So lots more podcasts on the way. So make sure you're subscribed, and you can also follow us on social media at PiecingPod. Also, I rarely ever ask anymore, but if you're enjoying this show, drop a 5-star rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. It helps make sure that more people check out the show, and that would be very much appreciated. So, with that said, let's close this out with a piece of music like I always do. Do I have anything Irish or Scottish sounding? Good question. That would be good while I'm out there skipping along. Let me see. Actually, I was thinking instrumental, but now that I think about it, there is a Pup Pup song that kind of has a little bit of a limericky vibe to it. It's it's so ridiculous. This is a song called Covered in Dust, about when you buy your pets these really cool new gifts and they just leave them to get covered in dust and instead go play with the box that it came in. Uh, I think it maybe kind of fits the vibe I'm going for here with the idea of where we'll be on vacation. So anyway, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm sleep deprived because we got through Record Store Day last weekend, and then it's just been nonstop packing and just like catch up and all that kind of stuff to like get ready for this trip. So my brain is mush at this point. But with that said, let's just play Covered in Dust, and we'll be back with more piecing it together real soon.
Oh, well, she's playing with the box. The toy can kick rocks, and now that toy is covered in dust. It was her Christmas gift. It was on her list, but now that toy is covered in dust. Oh, la 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 la. Now it's covered in dust. Oh, la 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 la. Now it's covered in dust. I thought that toy was so cool, but now I guess that I'm the fool, because now it's covered in dust. It was one of a kind, but I guess now it's just mine, because now it's covered in dust. Oh, la 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 la. Now it's covered in dust. Oh, la 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 la. Now it's covered in dust. Oh, la 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 la.
An All Points West production, produced by David Rosen in Las Vegas.